Very good afternoon and welcome to Racing International. Well, I've got to tell you, we're all very excited today. The old sand track at the Vale, which was the third track on the inside, now has become a grass track. I read a comment yesterday where they said it's in magnificent condition. One of the jockeys, I think it was Gunter Roggemann, rode a test on the track and he said it was unbelievable, very little kickback, and they're certainly looking forward to racing on it. Well, let's go and have a look at that track and tell you all about it. Well, there you go. It's still 1,000 metres straight, I read yesterday, but draws are, well, we're not too sure on draws, first time running on the track. So is it going to be the inside draws? Is it going to be the outside draws? Only time will tell. So can't help you too much there. I can tell you on the other tracks, outside draw on the outside track and the second track inside draws. So we'll find out today. Let's have a look in conditions. Penetrometer 21, partly cloudy. I'll tell you, it's getting a bit nippy up here in Johannesburg, but I did look at the forecast. They were saying around about 21, 22 degrees today, and the false rail, as you can see there, is 3 metres out. That'll help the horses as they swing for home. But with 1,000 metres straight, your horse is good enough, you should be able to win. All right, first on the card, this one's up the straight of 1,200 metres, and number 6 here, Le Tigre, it could be the right one here. It's had a few gallops under the belt and certainly showed good improvement last time when they put it over the 1,200 metres, and that was a decent gallop, only going down quarter of a length, and I think it's a pretty tricky race here, so I'm going to go with a bit of each way value at 12 to 1. Now, don't leave out the 4 here, having its first start, Australian bred, always got to respect it. Now, we're never too sure with the betting here because Mike de Kock stable, as soon as he puts out a first timer, they're short price, and this one's priced up at 15 to 10, and that's drawn on the outside in barrier 11. Also popped in for the trifectas, number 11, CU Jimmy has also had a few runs under the belt, knows what it's all about, had the 5 starts and earned a check on 4 occasions, so worth putting in. This one's drawn on the other side of the track in barrier 2, currently priced up at 13 to 10. What about the 13? Well, I was just looking at its breeding here. This comes from the Stanley Ferreira stable with Randall Simons, currently priced up at 10 to 1. I'm just saying, watch this one here, nicely bred individual, and might keep an eye on the betting at 10 to 1 if it shortens, certainly pop it in. Hard to work out that first race. Race 2 on the card, another race for the 2-year-olds. It's a juvenile plate for the fillies and it's over the 1,200 metres straight. Number 12, Seattle Singer Muzieni, well, very short price favourite. Here's a comment from the Cornet Smith stable. It's going to take a good one to beat it. He respects the opposition, especially the first-timers, but he said decent. Ran a cracking race 2 starts ago behind a very smart individual, and there's also been a winner out of that form line. Has plenty of speed and should go pretty close here. Number 4, interesting this one. This is Mike de Kock once again. Another Australian bred horse. Wai Chong Mowing jumps aboard. You always got to respect it. It's had Anton Marcus aboard on debut, only beaten a length. Then Craig Zaki rode it last time out, and it's been going off at odds-on favourite on both occasions and was beaten 6 lengths last time. So a little disappointing, but watch out for the improvement. It is coming off a break of 63 days. Number 3, Cyber Magic. Paul Peter, Lyle Ewertson, the superstar apprentice, jumps aboard, claims 2.5 and now brings it in with 57.5, drawn on the outside in barrier 10. It's been there and thereabouts, hasn't been finishing too far behind. Number 7, Key Hostess. This is looking for further. Have a look at the breeding on this one. It's a 2-year-old daughter of Fortwood out of a Western Winter mare. So you would think to be looking for ground down the road. So this one, watch out for it running on strongly. Currently priced up at 6 to 1. Race 3 on the card is a merit-rated 80 handicap. 1,200 metres straight to where we're going. And number 8's the one I'm liking here. And I've always been a bit of a fan of this horse. And we tipped a winner out of its form line yesterday. Number 8, Tommy Waterdevil. Well, Raymond Danielson, 33 to 10. It picked up a 2.5 kilo penalty for winning quite comfortably last time. And that was second run after the gelding. I think there's more improvement to come. Drawn down the inside in barrier 2. And I think it's a pretty fair price here at 33 to 10. Number 7, Rock Solid, certainly done nothing wrong in its 4 starts so far. Had a win in 2 seconds and certainly wasn't disgraced last time. It's going to be 1.5 kilos better off for just under half a length beating from Last Battles, who's in this race as well. Don't leave out 3, Miracle Bureau. There's good wins and certainly makes good viewing this horse. 1, 2 in a row. Been supported in its last couple of outings and won them quite comfortably. So there could be more to come there with Richard Ferrier aboard. If we're looking for another one, which I just mentioned, is number 5, Last Battle. Now, certainly our course and distance specialist here. Now, this is well in at the handicaps here. It's an 8-time winner and has won 5 times over the course and distance and placed on 9 times. So number 5, Last Battle, certainly must have a chance here. Race 4 on the card is a merit-rated 87 handicap. 2,000 metres the trip, and number 3, what we're liking here at 22 to 10. Well, it was 22 to 10. Had a quick check before we went on air. They've backed it in now to 16 to 10. Good money for it. Won well 3 starts ago, and since then has put up 2 decent gallops, placed on both occasions and finishing just in behind them. Now they're going round the turn over the 2,000 metres, and it's drawn nicely in barrier 3. Number 9, High Drama. Well, it's jumping up in class here, but gee, the money's starting to come for it. Another one found market support from 5 to 2 into 22 to 10. It's won its last 2. It's on a roll at the moment, but has the handicapper started catching up with it? Number 11, New Fort. Now, this one here is probably out of the weights, but gee, its form's decent. And I'll tell you what, I've gone back and had a look at its second last start in a merit-rated 80. Similar company here, was only carrying 52 kilos. It's got the same weight again, and it was only beaten 2 1/4 lengths when running into third, and there's already been a winner out of that form line. Number 6, the Elmo Effect. Now, I've always try and find a bit of roughy for the trifectas, and this one's priced up at 20 to 1. Drawn nicely in barrier 4, and I'm recommending this one to go in because the Gary Alexander stable have told us that it's working extremely well and has a little bit of an each-way chance, so it might be worth popping in the trifectas at that long price of 20 to 1. Race 5 on the card is a merit-rated 67 handicap. 2,000 metres is where we're going. And number 4, Wild Horizon. Mowing jumps aboard, firm in the market at 18 to 10. Now, it's having its first run out the maiden. It's always tricky tipping them straight out there, but a beautifully bred individual. Should enjoy the extra distance today. It was one over the 1,600. Third run after the gelding. I think it looks like a horse on the up. Well, if it's not quite ready and it catches it out today, well, certainly here's a bit of a value for you. Number 8, Aqua Blue at 10 to 1 with Callan Murray, the leading apprentice in South Africa at the moment. Showed plenty of speed last time when having its second run back from rest over the 1,700 metres. Just got a little bit tired late, and also the saddle slipped. So should have finished a lot closer there. Worth popping in at a decent price. Number 2, American Tiger. Ormond Ferraris and Carl Zechner team up here. Now, got up to win a merit-rated 72 handicap last time and only picked up a 1 kilo penalty. Running against similar company here again, worth including at 9 to 2. Thrown in 3, Scotland is having its second run after rest, but it's had 33 days in between runs. Now it gets the sensation aboard Lyle Hewitson, who actually rode the Derby when I was down there in the Eastern Cape on the weekend. Rode a cracking race there to beat the stablemate who went off a short prize favourite. He jumps aboard. You've got to respect it from a decent draw in barrier 4. Race 6 on the card is a Fillies Mares 76 handicap. We're travelling over the 2,000 metres, and number 6, this horse here, I've been following it. It duly obliged last time and actually won well. I went off at a decent price of 7 to 2. We're all jumping for joy. We're pretty happy about that. Now, I'm going to put it up again, even though it's picked up a 3.5 kilo penalty. It's going to test it a bit today. Comes in with 57 kilos on its back, and JP van der Merwe picks up the ride. Number 3, Nicky. Well, with Mowing aboard, you've got to respect it, but he's drawn a bit wide in barrier 12. They haven't got that long to hit the top turn, but I give him a bit of a chance here. Third run back from rest, should be okay, and he's trying this distance for the first, or she's trying the distance for the first time. But look at the breeding there, shouldn't have too many problems there. Number 4, Star of Love, another one having its third run back from rest, and certainly will have no problem with the trip. Stanley Ferreira, the trainer's advised us. He's quietly confident he'll get a decent run and hoping to run into money at 12 to 1. Number 2, Miss Rambo. Now, it's going to be 4.5 kilos better off to my top tip today in this race. They had the blinkers on the last 2 starts. They've taken them off. Carried 61 kilos last time. I thought it was a little disappointing. We're going to recommend giving another chance at that 12 to 1 price. Race 7 on the card is a merit-rated 95 handicap. 1,400 metres is our trip here. And Finn Chatton, number 4, certainly on a roll at the moment. Won well 2 starts ago, going from start to finish over the 1,450 metres. That was on the inside track at Turfentine. And then they brought it out to the Vale next time and tried the same tactics, got out in front, only got collared late, only going down just over half a length, gets a decent draw in barrier 1, and I certainly recommend it must be the one to beat. Now, number 1, White Line Fever, he's been a champion. He's earned just shy of 2 million rand, and he's been dropping down on the ratings. He hasn't won for 808 days. But I tell you what, in a field like this, I certainly wouldn't write him off. Number 2, Forest Fox, Lyle Hewitson, the champion boy, jumps aboard, claims the 2.5, 57.5 on its back. It won a nice race going back 4 starts ago and then put up a decent effort when trying the 1,600 metres. Certainly ran on strongly there. A little disappointing in its last 2 outings, but I'm certainly not going to leave it out. It drops down a little bit in class here. Number 3, Tiger's Retreat from the Sean Terry stable. Julius Mariba, he's picked up the ride here, and I'm going to include this one at 15-2. Race 8 on the card is a merit-rated 77 handicap. 1,400 metres is where we're going, and number 4, Tabrique, the Australian bred. Now, it's been placing, it's been there and thereabouts. It's going to be 3 kilos better off to Hidden Agenda, who beat it 3 starts ago by just over 3 1/4 lengths. So I think you can turn it around there. Drawn on the outside in barrier 10. A decent price at 33-10. I think it could represent a nice place bet or a decent each-way strike. Number 8, Hidden Agenda, lightly raced, only had the 4 starts, had 2 wins and a placing. Is certainly a horse on the up. Won 2 of its last 3 starts and certainly got to respect it here with Gunter Rogerman aboard. Now, Mouse. Now, this is interesting. I think I heard the guys talking about this yesterday. It's related to a horse that went on to win the Sand Championship, Mouse Katia. And this is certainly well-related individual, this one. It's only had the 2 starts. Duly obliged, second time out. When they backed it, it went off favourite at 2-1 and won very comfortably by 2 lengths. So there could be a lot more to come here. And Wesley Mowing jumps aboard, who rode it last time out. All right, throw in the 13. This is from the Paul Matchett stable. Randall Simons, drawn towards the outside in barrier 15. Now, there's been big money around for this horse in its last 2 outings. It duly obliged last time and going off at 18-10 and won very comfortably, and there's already been a winner out of that form line. Yeah, I think it's a pretty competitive card, and we're racing on a track for the first time. So we're a bit unsure which are the best draws, the inside or the outside. Keep an eye on that during the course of the day. We're going to be putting up all our selections at our Twitter account at Racing and Tips. From myself, Rod McCurdy, and all the team, we wish you a very successful punting afternoon.